Hello everyone, it's that one British Shimmer, and today I'm doing the part 2 of my Convert CC from The Sims 4 to The Sims 2 with me series. This part is going to be focusing specifically on this program called Milkshape. It is actually a very hard software to work, I found there wasn't very many tutorials on how to actually use it either. So I thought I'd make a nice good tutorial for all you Sims 2 CC creators out there. So how to install Milkshape is what I'm discussing first. So there's a link in the description. It's just going to take you to a media file link. You know, press download, easy as that, and then it's going to come up as Milkshape 3D. I don't notice how much stuff I've downloaded. Milkshape 3D, you want to open it with WinRAR or however you want to open it, and then you're going to click on Keygen. You're going to put in your name, so that one British Shimmer, there you go. Then click generate. It's going to give you a registration code. You're going to press Ctrl C, exit. Oh gosh, I clicked the wrong thing. Milkshape 3D setup wizard, agree. And what you're going to do is you want to click on the standard version, not trial version. You're going to install it. Exit. And then you want to go and open Milkshape. Milkshape will not look like this because I've already activated it. So I'm going to go on help, about, register. I'm going to Ctrl V the registration. Never mind. I'm going to type out the registration code because clearly that's not working. Type in the name that you put into the thing. You'll press OK. If you close the application, restart it should look like this. If it's not looking like that, restart your computer and it'll look like this, don't worry. So now you've got Milkshape installed. We're going to want to go to the link in the description as well and download the Sims 2 body bases and Sims 2 mesh ref. So last episode I talked about having a Sims workshop, which is, so I've got so much stuff, which is here for me in my Sims 2 workshop. And you're going to want to have a file called bases, where you're going to put the bases. And then in here you're going to want to drop the body meshes. And these are going to be critical, so make sure you can find them easy. So what we're going to do with these is we are going to go to File, Import, Sims 2 Unimesh Import version 2.4.09. And it's in between text and refractor 2. And then we're going to locate to our desktop Sims workshop. I'm going to go to our bases, and you're going to want to find whichever life stage you're working for, either female, or adult male. And you want to find adult male face. For me personally, if it's female, obviously you have adult female face. We'll click open. Do you want to create blend groups? You're going to say no to this. Some skin weights do not total 100%. Do you want these corrected? Yes. And there we go. We have this little face, and we're going to go back to File, Import, Sims 2 Unimesh Import. If you import over another model, results may be unreliable. Do you want to continue? Yes. Do you want to include different bone definitions? No. And now we're going to go on adult male hair bold. So this is going to be the rest of the face. Open. There we go, look at that. Gorgeous. And now I'll show you guys the controls because these are what I really struggled with. So what we're going to want to do is to scroll in and out. You'll just scroll as you will normally, but you can see it's not moving very much. So what you want to do is you want to press shift and scroll to scroll quickly. This is really helpful, and yours will not look like this when you first install it. There will be these or there'll be things like that. There'll be these weird blue lines everywhere. What you're going to want to do is you want to go to the joints tab, and then you're going to look at vertex weights, show skeleton. I'm going to want to uncheck that. and now it'll look normal. And if it looks like this, there you go, and you want to be able to see it, what we're going to do is you can change what it looks like by right clicking, and you can either choose wireframe, which looks like this, choose flat shaded, which is black, smooth shaded, which you do not want to use, because if you forget you've got smooth shaded on and you start importing the texture, you will not be able to see the texture on the hair, so you'll think you've done it wrong. Don't worry, just go on textured, and then when you import the hair texture it'll show up, don't worry. And to move around, what you want to do is you want to go over the button that you've just used to scroll, click it, and now you can move around. There you go. And also, if you still want to see a bit of that wireframe, but you still want this, which will be helpful when you're seeing your little vertices later, you can right click, wireframe overlay, click that, and it'll come up like that. And you can also right click, and if you want to change the angle, go to projection, you can choose like left, top, oh that was not top, whatever you want to choose. If you lose it like this, just shift out. There we go. Start moving. There you go. Move back in. Now, this window is very different. The controls are very weird. See, like I tried to scroll with my middle button like I would do normally. You're gonna go flying about. So you want to click, and you want to click frame selection. Oh, sorry. First of all, you want to go to groups. You want to click on the hair group, double click. This bit, if you have the wireframe overlay, is going to go red. You want it to model, right click, frame selection, frame selection, frame selection, frame selection. There we go. And you want to press Control and left click. This is going to allow you to move much more slowly. It's really good. You're really getting up in there. And zooming out is still very tricky, like it's very sensitive, but you just want to left click and you can move around like that. It takes a lot of getting used to though, because those controls are so sensitive. But yep, Control left to look around like that, and then just left to look like that. Right, so now I've gone over all the controls. We're going to want to go to File, Import, and you're going to want to look for Wavefront Object. Wavefront Object, not Wavefront Object UV only, because that will not work. Wavefront Object, click on it, and we're going to have our little Blender file, which we extracted from Blender. We're going to click on that. I'm going to click Open. There we go. You can see our hair. You can also see, we can see the scalp poking through the hair. Obviously, if you put this in the game, your sim scalp is going to look so strange. So I had to yawn. I'm going to reset the view. I'm going to go to projection. Into a front projection. Need to relocate it, because sometimes I go wandering a bit. There we go, there's it gone. There we go. And this is the most important part, is editing this mesh, because this is going to determine how it looks in your game, so you want to make sure you get this right. So this is also what I really struggled with, because no one showed me any of the controls. They were just assuming you knew how to use Milkshape. And I was a beginner, like I had never even heard of this tool, this software, before I started converting CC. So the easiest way to shape your Sim's hair is to go to Model, click Select, and you're going to want to click Group. There we go. And you want to go to Groups. You want to double click this hair again so it's not red. See, it's gone white. You want to default, double click this will turn red. This is what you want this bit to turn red. If it's not turning red for you, again, turn on wireframe overlay, double click it. and it'll turn red. That's what you want to look like, so you can see what you're working with. Go to model, and you want to go move, and you want to check off the ones that you don't want to move at the moment. This makes it so much easier, because instead of going like that and like, oh no, I'll keep making it off center, press Ctrl Z to undo, by the way guys, just like everything else. I'm gonna go just X or just Y. In this case I'm gonna do just Y. Also, for those of you who don't know, this is X, this is Y, and then like forwards and backwards like this is Z. So I'll put that out there in case you guys don't know. And now when we move our hair, it'll only move upwards and downwards, which is really helpful for keeping that center. So I'm going to want to zoom in, like with our shift and scroll, to make it fast like I did earlier. And we can see here, if I add the wireframe overlay, we can see that like there's a little bits of scalp poking through. So I'm just going to click it, just move it up a little bit. See a little bit there. I can still see a little bit of scalp just poking through there. So I'm going to move it up a little bit more. And I think, oh, there we go. That is it. That means the whole scalp is now covered. We'll be able to see when we add the texture a bit more. This is just like giving us a general idea. And then if we look to the right profile and zoom in, add a little wireframe overlay as well. We can see that it's actually not lying too bad. Like, it's actually not that bad, like that far forward, but we can see that like it is very much wide. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go to scale. I'm going to go to leave it as origin of mass, and like, so I'm going to check again once what we want to change, what we don't want to change. It's like I want to just work on the X, and to make it smaller I always do 0.99, and to make it bigger I do 1.01. This just means that you can really get those precise changes rather than making it like a massive change. I'm just going to press scale, see, and it's going to bring that hair in. I want to look and see if that is clipping with his face, because I think I've brought it in too much maybe. Again, this is just like a little bit, be able to really go in there and shape it when, no, that's fine, okay. We put the texture on, so that's what we're going to do now, is we're going to go back to file. No, we're not. What am I yapping about? Went into autopilot mode. I'm going to go into groups. Still have this default selected. Make sure the hair and the neck, sorry, the hair and the face, don't know what's wrong with me today. Hair in the face is not selected. And we're going to go and we'll go to materials. We're going to delete. And it's going to go grey. Don't panic. Don't worry. It's fine. Go to new. And go to assign. And we're going to click on this top one that says none here. There you go. And then these are all the things we extracted last video. This is everything. No, it's not, because I'm in a different folder. What am I yapping about? This is everything we extracted last video. And you can see here that we have all these hair colours, but we can't use these yet. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to this folder. I'm going to go back to it. And you're going to see these are all not squares, and we need one of these files to be a BMP bitmap file, and none of these are. So I like to start with red, double click. I have Paint 3D installed. I find it's most easiest, but you can do this with Paint. But I would do it with Paint 3D, it's the easiest. And you're going to press crop. And you're going to do untick lock aspect ratio, and you're going to change this to 1024. You're going to press enter. You're going to move this to the top so that this is still all in, and we're going to press done, menu, save, menu, save as, image, go to here, your folder once again, in this red, and then but what you're going to do is you're going to go to save as type and click bitmap instead. No item is going to match your search because it's the first bitmap you're going to have in this file. You're going to press save, and then you can do this for all of your swatches. Apart from, you do not need a bitmap for all swatches, you need one BMP file. The rest of these just need to be cropped like red was. I will not do it in this video, I will do it off camera, but like I said, exact same thing. Just crop it to 1024 by 1024, move it so the whole of the hair is in the right place, and then you're done. So now we can go to assign, which is this non bit here, and you're going to press red BMP, open, and you're going to see the hair looks like this. But you're going to think, this hair, like, this texture looks a bit weird sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. We're going to want to go to tools, next to tools is windows, we're going to texture coordinator editor, you can press Ctrl+T apparently, and you're going to click on base, default, change to default, and you want to go on scale, change this to 2, then press the little S here, there we go. I'm going to exit out of it, groups, we can click off it and click back on it, there we go. You can see its texture's changed, looks better now, looks more fitted to the actual hair as it should be. If you want to look, you can take off the wireframe overlay. Now it still may look a little bit strange. Now you can do projection. Right, I already had a front projection, what am I doing? Take off the wireframe. There you go, you can see it looks normal, which is what we want. Take off the wireframe. Sort of texture should look like, so that's good. This means the texture's right now. I need to stop losing my little heads. It's very annoying. There we go, there he is. There we go, I forgot how long it takes to scroll in even when pressing shift. And now we can see better how we need to edit this hair. So these are the main views I want to keep. Is a forwards one with the wireframe overlay, and a side one, and a front one with no overlay. I'm going to go back to our model, back to our scale, and this time I'm not going to scale the X because... Actually no, I am going to scale the X. I think that's still a little bit too wide. I'm going to press scale so I can see it. See, like I can see this bit of the hair clipping now. I'm going to scale it till it's not clipping, but it's also very close. Like that, like I think that's pretty close. If you want to see as well, you can always. Golly gosh. There we go. I see it from this angle. Let me try and look on here. I told you it's so hard to control. You can see that is really close, that's really good. And that is also really close to his face. This is exactly what we want. So I think we're fine on the x-axis. And I don't think it's actually that bad on the y. I think that looks pretty good. But if we turn to the side, let's just check. Okay, that's pretty much perfect, I can't lie. That never happens, to be honest. That literally never happens to me, or like something fits so well without needing that much adjustment. Like, that is crazy. Yeah, that looks great. I would have that in my game now. It's not clipping at all. It's not. You guys will have to do probably quite a bit more adjustment on this though, but it's exactly the same as what I just explained. Same thing, just move whatever parts you want to move, scale whichever parts you want to scale, and then once you've done that, you can move on to the next part. However, I want to speak about something first, which is in terms of like removing little bits. So for example, when I made a conversion of some braids, the braids kept clipping through the toddler's shoulders because they weren't fitting right, and maybe you want to delete some vertex or something, whatever. Maybe like this piece of hair just wasn't working with the mesh and it was making it too hard to work with. You want to scroll in here. There we go. I'm gonna add my wireframe back. Say it's like this bit of hair, for example. Not this bit, but it's easier to see. You want to click select, but instead of just collecting all of it, you want to select vertex, not group, vertex, and you want to left click to select. Can you see it's changed these bits to white and only the bits you've selected to red? Better see on here. And also, to unselect, you want to press shift, right click. Say like, oh, I've actually selected some of his face. Select, right click to unselect. Honestly, this is what I had so much trouble with, because I kept seeing people selecting and then going, oh, I don't want to select that, and unselecting it, and I could not figure out how to do it. Yes, you want to left click, oh, sorry, just, what am I doing? Left click and hold to select, shift right click and hold, deselect. And yeah, that is everything you're going to need to do to actually move your hair, your mesh, and make it look good in Milkshape. But how do we export it? So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go to groups. We're going to delete the face. We do not need a face. Our Sims, they already have a face. Oh gosh, I'm still on select vertex, not select group. So we're going to go to groups, double click on face, double click off of this. There we go. Leave the face, just the face selected, nothing else. I think, yeah, that's just the face. I'm going to click on face. Here. Delete. Yep, delete the face. You don't need it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yep, that looks good to me. Face is deleted. And now we're going to click on default. We're going to go to joints. We're going to scroll up to head. And we're going to click assign. I did select vertices. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm going to go to head. I'm going to click assign. There we go. And now if you click draw vertices of bone colours, you should see the whole hair should be purple rather than just the head before. This is necessity. You need this. We're going to go back to our groups. We're going to click on this. We're going to delete this. We're going to type hair underscore alpha 5. I'm going to press rename. Don't ask me why. Game files, game names, everything like that. I'm going to go to the comments, and there's something that we need to add in here, because very much like the group hair, go to the comments, see? I'm gonna do this. So we're gonna click on this. For me, I will add the text that on the screen. Model name hair, I'm gonna change this to alpha 5. Opacity. Okay, so now I've finished typing that out. I have to remember how many skin widgets it is, which is 3. And now this is what we needed to do. Now we can just press File, Export. I'm gonna press scroll down so we find Sims 2 Unimesh Exporter version 4.09. We're not do it to here. I'm gonna call this Adult Male Mesh. And you know what, guys? That is actually it for this video. There's a little bit more we need to do with the mesh and the exporting in the next video, but that requires a different program just to have the option to do it, and I'll explain that a little bit more in the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was just as helpful as the first one. I'm sorry if there was a few long pauses. I'm doing this in real time to make it more like easy for you guys to see. So if there's a few pauses where I don't talk, it's probably because I'm concentrating. But anyways, I hope you guys make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe this video so that the whole Sims 2 community can learn how to convert our own Sims hair. And I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye guys!